Lady Di's kitchen. Ooh, ooh, good.
Hi everybody, welcome to Lady Di's kitchen. So as I promised, tonight I'm going to show you how to make chicken and dumplings, and it's going to be hard for me to be in the picture because I got to show you stuff over here. So I'm going to do the best I can. I got a lot going on. I'm making about 4 dozen cookies. I'm making the chicken and dumplings. I made dinner. It's like, whoa, I got a lot going on tonight, but I love to cook. So anyway, I'll just start and we'll see what happens, all right? So my recipe calls, this is for one batch. I'm making a double batch tonight because I'm taking some chicken and dumplings to my son Gail's church tomorrow. So anyway, so it calls for 2 cups of flour, which is right here, but I got 4 cups. It calls for a half a teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. It calls for 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 cup of milk. Okay, so now I've got the flour and the baking powder in here, and what do I do with my salt? Well, oh, it's right here. So here's my salt, and I'm putting in. Oh, I forgot something. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, but I'm using 4 tablespoons because I'm making a big batch. And I use the cold butter. Make sure it's cold, and then you just grate it into this mixture. And it takes a minute. It's a lot easier to mix in with the flour. Let's see here. Let me turn this. I got the broth. I boiled a whole chicken. And I used to use just chicken breast, but there's way more flavor in a whole chicken. And it's not as much flavor as it used to be back in the day. I don't know what they done to the chickens, but anyway, it is better to use a whole chicken rather than just breasts. And so I have boiled that already and already got it shredded up in a bowl, and I got the broth on the stove boiling. It's coming to a boil. And so let me put some flour on my hands. This is a messy job, by the way. I always get all messed up doing this. Flour everywhere. But it's all good. Okay, so there's my butter. And so what I'm going to do is just work it into that flour mixture and the baking powder and the salt. And it takes a minute to mix it up. Okay, so I think that's pretty well mixed up. And over here on the stove, I'm trying to bring the phone, I have the broth boiling. Now I did want to say that because the chickens aren't like they used to be, you know, back in the day, they're not as flavorful as they used to be, I add this broth-based chicken, and I add about 4 tablespoons to the pot, and it makes it more better flavor. Tastes more chicken broth. So and then it calls for a cup of milk, and I'm using 2 cups because I'm doing a double batch. So I just pour that in there. Then I'm going to get a spoon, stir that up. Hope you can see it okay. There we go. Have a good Mother's Day tomorrow. We're going to my son Gail's church in Detroit. We're going to go to service, and then he's going to cook some stuff on the grill. So after I get it all mixed up like this, then I'm going to mix it with my hands because it's just better. Make sure it's all incorporated good. All right, and I have, as you notice, I have a floured surface. So I get about that much. like that. And I'll put it in here. You don't want to knead the tar out of it, just a little bit. And then I will flour my rolling pin. And you want to roll your dumplings thin, not thick. You want to make sure they're as thin as you can get them, because it turns out way better. You think a little piece of that dough don't go a long way, but it really does. So you got to make sure you have enough room. Nice clean surface. I don't know how to tell you how thin to get them. Just get them thin. Probably, I don't know. And I usually have a pizza cutter to cut these because it works really good. But I think I left it at Gail's house last time I was there because I made chicken and dumplings. So I'm just going to take a knife like this and cut some strips. Just like this. See how easy that is? You want to make sure you have a sharp knife and not a perforated one because it'll pull on them. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you go this way. Simple, simple. Now with the pizza cutter, it's so fun. Boom, boom, boom. But I couldn't find it, so I think I left it at Gail's. Now, most people you see make chicken and dumplings, they'll say put one at a time in the pot. That's not me. I don't believe you have to do that. I've never done it. So what I do is I scoop them all up, put them in the pot. Scoop them all up. They separate while they're in there, and you don't need to do them one at a time. And they'll stop boiling for a minute till they get used to the dumplings in there. Then we do another batch. Don't you love this music? Everlasting arms. Just make sure it's got flour, lots of flour. Alright. Try to put it in a sort of a ball. We commence to rolling again. I turn it over quite often so it don't stick, even though there's flour here. But you don't want it to stick. Oh, everlasting arms. Aren't you glad we can lean on the everlasting arm of Jesus? His arms are always open and ready for us. Wherever we go through, we have Jesus. Thank the Lord. Chicken and dumplings feeds the body, doesn't it? And Jesus feeds our soul. He gives us joy and peace and happiness and purpose to life. This is a little workout. It's already boiling again. Alright. Let me cut some more. Like this. Everybody likes chicken and dumplings. It's an old southern meal that everybody loves. It's filling, it's cheap to make. Well, at least it used to be. Stuff's went up, but like I said, you don't have to cut them perfect. There we go. Now we got another batch to go in. Let me turn so you can see the pot. They sing praise. I'm a sing tenor. All right. So there you have it. And I'm going to roll out some more, but I'll come back when the dumplings are done, right before I add the chicken, okay? Alrighty, I'm back. So these have been boiling about 20 minutes. See them dumplings in there? Look at them. And now, after 20 minutes, I'll add the chicken that I took off the bone and kind of shred it. So I'll add that in. Look at that. Chicken and dumplings. Look at that. Oop, got cookies in the oven too. And so then I'll add some pepper. And there you have it. There's your chicken and dumplings. Look at that. Whoa, I don't want to tip you all over. Can you see it? So it's yummy, yummy for the tummy. So I'm gonna just finish this up, finish up all my cookies, and y'all have a wonderful night. And thanks for joining Lady Di's Kitchen. Look at me. All right, love y'all. Bye-bye.